Hello, Cancer. How are you? Welcome back to Marion K Tarot. This is going to be a reading for February 2025. Hope you're well. We are going to be using a oracle called the Oracle of Victorian Symbols and Gothic Tales, and it's by Maria Alvez Hernando, who is a delightful human and a friend of mine. We're also going to be using the Victorian Romantic Tarot. We're going this direction because it's February, because Valentine's Day, etc. etc. So let's get into this. So we have got this oracle. Can we have a card for the month of February for the sign of Cancer, please? Okay, so the card that came out here is the Gentleman. Okay, rather dashing figure of a man there. Okay, so where does this, and it's interesting because Cancer, you're one of the most feminine signs of the zodiac. Okay, but when I say masculine and feminine, I'm talking about the energies, right? I'm not talking about gender specific. However, it's interesting that this has came up because you're so comfortable and so used to displaying your feminine side, the softer side of you. And I think that at times, either you or those around you feel that you're a bit of a soft touch, because you don't necessarily, you don't tend to be overtly masculine, okay, or assertive, depending on other placements in your sign, okay, and in your chart, other placements in your chart. But on the whole, if you've quite a strong Cancerian influence in your chart, you don't tend to be as assertive as other signs, okay. And I think maybe this month, for the month of February, it's maybe time for you to lean into that, okay. Lean into that assertive side of your personality, which we've all got. So yeah, so I would suggest that you have a look at that, and we'll see how it turns out and whether it comes up or not in the tarot reading. But I think, like, just off the bat, just you know get comfortable with being assertive this month, Cancer. Okay, whether there's conversations that you need to have with people or things that you need to do, or the idea of being an advocate for people is coming through quite strongly. So yeah, look at the conversations and the actions that you need to take this month. So let's jump into the tarot, see what we've got. Can I have some cards, please, for Cancer? No, we're not taking all them. For February 2025, please. Let's see. My God, how did we get to 25? I mean, still feels like it should be 2019. I don't like this time jump, Cancer. I don't like it. Right, okay. Let's see. That feels about right. Okay, we've got the Five of Pentacles. We've got the Queen of Cups. There you are. We get the Seven of Pentacles. We've got the Nine of Swords. We've got the Seven of Swords. And we have got the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, we have got the Four of Wands. Okay, so Venus and Aries energy here showing up for you. Now, there is a distinct story with these cards. Well, there always is. It's a tarot, isn't it? But it feels very much like a tale of two halves. Okay, and it feels like your physical sovereignty is being called into question this month. That's a bit of a mouthful, Cancer, isn't it? But your physical sovereignty And what I mean by that is, once my brain catches up with my mouth and my intuition, this Five of Pentacles here, right? So it's like a flower seller, and there's a child there, and it's not that they're begging for money or they're being left out in the cold, but it feels like there's this protective nature. Even though it's a card of Taurus, it feels like this particular image, it feels very Cancerian. With that kind of that kind of protectiveness feeling going on there. Now, when we lean into this energy, okay, when we lean into our physical sovereignty, now maybe some of you are struggling with your physicality, okay, and it's difficult, okay. I think having three Pentacles cards, it definitely speaks of, and two of them being Taurus, this one here being Virgo. It speaks of as a moment for you to really pay attention to your body, really pay attention to your physical surroundings, what's going on round about you, who are the people round about you. Okay, it feels like this is necessary, and what I'm seeing here is at either side of the Queen of Cups. Now, bear in mind, the Queen of Cups for me shows up as Cancer. Okay, it's a Cancer court card. It's a Cancerian Queen. The Five of Pentacles. There is these little yellow flowers, and I'm trying to see what they are. They just look like wee buds. Okay, wee buds, and it's as if like she's there and she's trying to sell them, and it doesn't look as if she's having much luck. However, as we go through the Queen of Cups, we get to the Seven of Pentacles, and here is this fine lady, and she has got these blooming yellow roses, okay, and they look healthy, and they look beautiful, and they're in full bloom. So it feels like, in order for you to have your garden grown, in order for your flowers to bloom this month, Cancer, the answers are within yourself. Okay, it's a deep dive in your emotions, because if you will look at this Queen of Cups, right, it's a beautiful card. I absolutely love this depiction. Okay, she has got her back to that Five of Pentacles, right? She's studiously ignoring it, okay, and looking off up into the sky. Now, there might be some kind of remember it's Pentacles, so there might be some kind of physicality thing. Maybe you've got a wee niggling pain somewhere, Cancer, and you're like, oh, I'm just going to ignore it. It feels very much like it's important for anything like that to be checked out. Now, obviously, I am not a medical expert. This is not a health reading. You know, I'm not giving any medical advice. But if you've got a wee niggling, nagging pain somewhere, please go and get it checked out. Okay, don't just assume that you can take a few painkillers and that'll be you sorted. That's probably what it will be if there is something. However, just, get it checked out. And it could be that there is a pain and you are feeling like it's going to be something terrible. Okay, and this Nine of Swords is indicating that you're getting these sleepless nights and you're having a nightmarish time. Could be that there is a nightmarish time going on. I know a few Cancerians and they're really going through it. Okay, they're really getting put through the mill. However, what I want to say is, that in order to care for others, we need to care for ourselves. Okay, we need to take care of ourselves. And that can be difficult, especially for you, Cancer, because, you know, you're all about the nurturing, you're all about the caring for other people. But it's that old adage, put your own oxygen mask on first before you help others. Okay? Because there's no point you running yourself into the ground in order to be a martyr to look after somebody else. Right? Look after yourself first, Cancer. This Seven of Swords, it's the moon in Aquarius. Okay, so the moon being your ruling sign, you know, it's the planet, the, you know, the luminary that rules the sign of Cancer. It feels like there's some kind of thievery going on, but thievery in the fact that there is people who there are circumstances where you feel like you're being stolen from. And I don't mean that as in like money or tangible things. It feels more like time is being taken from you. Time's being taken and you're using up time for something that you need, that you would rather be spent on doing something else, is what I'm trying to say. Very inarticulately, I have to say, Cancer. But it feels very much that there is something going on that it's like this kind of thief of joy energy. I mean, it could be like material possessions, but it feels more like there's like this kind of it does feel like there's an emotional element to it. But hopefully, it'll right itself around, and what you did think was something being stolen, you realised it through the passage of time that it was just making you feel more in tune with what you're doing in your life. Okay, it's stealing the clutter for your mind so that you can concentrate on what's going on, and that feels right. You know, stealing away the clutter, all the overthinking, etc., so that you can concentrate and create something beautiful. In this Eight of Pentacles, it's about learning something new, learning a new skill. You know, supervising somebody, perhaps. You know, maybe you want to teach something. I sometimes see the Eight of Pentacles is a card where it's like he's a kind of a apprentice becoming the master, if you like, or, you know, just learning new things about yourself, maybe learning new things about your physical body, or new processes, or how learning new ways to do things. And I think that's important for a lot of you going forward. You know, it's like there might have been a feeling of restrictions previously, and now you have got this new sense of freedom, or you're in pursuit of this new sense of freedom. And there's a time for celebration as well. With the Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck, it's right now, it's the small victories. Right now, it's the small things to celebrate, because it's no, the Four of Wands isn't the Ten of Cups, you know. So the Four's still early on in the suit, but there's this opportunity for you to bang your drum and say, yes, we've made it through so far, you know. It could be some of you are in a particular journey and you've made it through to this point, and it's time to celebrate the small victories. Okay. Cancer, it's a bit up and down this month in February. There's some difficult terrain that you need to traverse, but there's also highlights of joy. And I think really take them where you can get them. you know, with this gentlemanly energy. Just exert yourself, exert your masculinity with these things, and, you know, really don't be afraid to stand up for what you want. Okay? Now, if you want to go deeper, you can book a personal reading with me. The links are in the description box, and you can catch up every week with the week ahead readings, and I will see you next month. Okay, Cancer? Lots of love. Bye bye.